Hi everyone, this is the final part of the door making little series that I'm doing. I've taken the clamps off and I've already sanded it, but what I'll do, I will spin you around. Yeah, I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I've done. I'll bring you back. Right, as we can see, I've sanded these just with my trusty sander, the Bosch sander, but I always hook it up to dust extraction. And these are, if I can zoom in on this, these are how wide joints come up. Obviously, if you remember, it's got a stud mortise and tenon in there, so that's how that looks like. There we go, all nice tight joints on there. I've used a little bit of filler just in here where the this cracked, but if you use the right colour filler, once it all gets stained up, you shouldn't actually see too much of it. We won't see any of it really. So the next job is to cut the beads. We'll have a fixed bead one side, and then obviously these are the beads. So we'll have a fixed one side that we will tack and glue onto there. Sorry about my filming again. Tack and glue, and then one will cut and it'll just be left loose to bead it himself. So I'll just stop you for a minute and I'll bring you back. Right, I brought you back. These are said beads. Where's the camera? So it's just a 1/2 inch round over, just a straight bead like that. And all I do is I cut a 45 on one end. Let's see if we can get this in. What I'll then do to measure, rather than using the tape, all that sort of stuff, I will then put that on, push it down to the bottom rail and mark the back edge like so. So there's a little pencil mark, where is it? There, you can see that. Just got to remember, cutting beads is just to keep the orientation the same as you're going. Obviously on the beads like this, the outside or the flat is going to be the longest point, and if you were to actually sit it in to where it's going and then mark it, and then I always put a little line to denote which way the mitre's going. So yeah, making sure with this one you always have to change the angle of your chop saw, because if you flip it over like that, you're going to get a cut the wrong way. Yeah, but I'm sure you know what I mean. So I'm just going to cut this and we'll try it in and see how it goes. Well, I don't know how loud this is going to be. Just move you there. Apologies for any noise. Goes that way, goes that way. So yeah, turn the chop saw. Okay, just bring it back round. So apologies for my very shoddy camera work. I think you can just see that. Obviously, so we've got opposite miters each end, and they just sit in like that. A little bit of spring in it, but I like that. I know it's nice and tight then. So all I then do, check it's flat, drop that one in there, cut the others exactly the same. Little bit of yellow carpenter's glue down the back. Setting it up, I've already set a little square, so I know exactly where this is going to sit all the way along. Pin it in, job done, final sanding, and that's it. I hope this was of some use to someone or somebody enjoyed it. I'll just get these pinned round and I'll show you the final piece. See you in a bit. Right, okay guys, just thought I'd bring you back, fixing the beads. So once you've got all your beads cut, just check they all fit in there nicely. Nice tight joints, nice tight miters, and then I'll take that out, make sure you're gluing on the correct face. Nice bead of glue. Down there. Like so, just pop that on. That fall out. Right, just bring it a little bit closer. You can see that. So we can obviously match that up down at the bottom. At the top, set yourself a block, gauge, anything like that, and then I'm lucky I've got one of these, but you can just as easily do it obviously with pins and a hammer. There we go. So I'll just finish that. Incidentally, your pinholes you can fill by putting a blob of glue on there and just rubbing it in. And let's just show you the before and after. So there's a bit of glue in there. Just rub that in. Okay. Bit of sandpaper. Rub across the grain a little bit. Number one, it gets the glue off, and number two, it does fill that up with your with the sawdust. It's not a cheat. Well, I guess it is a cheat, but fills up any holes. See, the wood's just split there a little bit, but that'll be fine with the glue in it. So just rub across a little bit just to make sure the dust is getting into there, and then finish off going with the grain. And there we have it. Where are we? Just here. And then once it's decorated, it doesn't show up, or it won't do. It's a little bit more sanding. There we go. Where was it? Just there. So yeah, that's how we do that. Apologies for my camera work. Look at that, that's so pissed. Right, I'll get this done and I'll bring you back showing you the finished doors. See you in a bit. Right, just brought you back. Incidentally, what you can do, if you're hand pinning this, just using ordinary panel pins, as opposed to trying to find a drill, etc., of the right size and drill these out, what you can do is actually take one of the panel pins, pop it in your drill, try and get it spinning as you should, and then you can actually use that as a drill to go through, and it'll be just the right size. I'm just going to do this on my bench just to show you. There you go, and you can obviously drive that home. Nail punch and punch it under the surface, and yeah, that'll do the job. So that's just a little tip for anyone who doesn't know. I'm sure you other craftsmen out there will have done that before or seen that. But yeah, instead of hunting around or trying to find a drill bit the same size as your pins, like I say, just pop that in your drill. Don't press too hard, and after a while these can heat up and bend, but just take it nice and easy. Drill your hole out. Let's see if we can get right on the edge. There you go. And that will pop in. There we go. Right, I'll bring you back. Right guys, there we go. One door done. And then, like I say, nice tight miters on there. And again, these have been filled. See that? Yeah, one just there. So a bit of the crack, but that will that'll be sound. The glue's gone off. So there we go. Nice tight joints. Excuse the sound. That's it anyway, with the bead set in there loosely. The other one's on the table saw down there. So yeah, hope this is okay. I hope I'm in shot. If it's been of use to someone, great. Anything out there, any questions, let me know. I'll answer them as best I can. Or if anyone is trying to make some sort of project, something out of wood, let me know, and I'll do my best to help if you do need it. So till the next one, take care, see you soon.